It's pretty amazing when you think about it. The biggest changes in our lives, they almost always come back to one single moment, one decision. And that's what we're going to talk about today, that incredible compounding power of just deciding to start. So let's dive in.
It's a really simple question, right? But the answer is basically a roadmap for real change. I mean, forget about tomorrow or maybe next week. What if the whole journey kicked off right now, today? What would that actually look like? That's exactly what we're going to break down.
And this quote, it basically lays out the entire timeline for us. This isn't some vague, fuzzy promise. Nope, it's a clear, step-by-step look at what you can actually expect. It's our guide for this whole journey. So let's get into it and break down what each of these stages really feels like.
Okay, so the journey begins. 2 weeks. It doesn't sound like a lot of time, does it? And yeah, from the outside, probably nothing looks different at all. But on the inside, oh, that's where the first, and maybe the most important, shift really happens.
And what's so cool about this is that the very first reward isn't something you can see in the mirror. It's a feeling. It's that little spark inside you of strength, of knowing you can do this. It's that private win you get from just keeping a promise to yourself. And that feeling, that's the fuel that's going to power you through everything else that comes next.
So what happens after that? How does that initial feeling start to build? Well, you've been at it for 4 weeks now. You've been collecting those little private victories day after day. And right around the 1-month mark, that change you've been feeling starts to become something you can actually see.
This is that moment. When you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, or maybe you're just reflecting on how far you've come, and you can see it. It's the proof. It's not just a feeling anymore. It's real, tangible evidence that what you're doing is working. And believe me, seeing it for yourself, that's a massive motivator. Okay, so you've felt it, and now you've seen it for yourself. The next thing that happens is that this little ripple you started begins to spread. The 2-month mark, that's when your private journey starts to go just a little bit public, starting with the people who know you best.
And this is huge. When your inner circle, the people who see you all the time, start saying things, it adds this whole new level of energy. It confirms that what you're seeing isn't just all in your head. It's real, and other people are noticing.
All right, now we're hitting a real tipping point. All those little changes have been adding up, week after week. Your consistency is paying off big time, and the transformation, it's not subtle anymore. It's actually pretty obvious to anyone who looks.
And here's the key difference. We've gone from your inner circle to the wider world. We're talking about coworkers, acquaintances, people you haven't seen in a while. They all see it. Your dedication has become a visible part of who you are. This new reality you've been building, it's just your reality now.
And that brings us to the final, and honestly, the most incredible stage of this whole thing. You've done the work, you've seen the results, and so has everyone else. But now the conversation starts to change. It goes from just noticing to genuine curiosity.
This right here is the ultimate payoff. You've literally become an inspiration. Your success is so clear that people don't just admire it from afar. They want to understand it. They want to know your secret. You've gone from being the one on the journey to being the one who can show others the way.
So when they ask you, how did you do it? What's the answer? Well, it's actually pretty simple. There was no magic pill. It was all about a few simple things. 1, you just made the choice to start. 2, you kept showing up, even on the days you didn't want to. And 3, you had faith that all those small steps would eventually lead to something big.
And just like that, we're right back where we started, looking at this promise. But seeing it now, after breaking down every single step, it doesn't feel like just a hopeful quote anymore, does it? It feels more like a proven formula, a predictable, totally achievable result that was all built on one single decision. Which, of course, leaves us with just one last, very powerful question. We've seen the roadmap, we know the timeline, we get the process. The only piece of the puzzle that's left is you. So really, what are you waiting for? Thanks for tuning in.